following video contains a fast-paced run and gun build, pairing up one of the most OP weapons in the game with the most OP gear set. PVE and PVP approved. Try this today. Viewer discretion is advised.
System curtailed. Enemy armed hostiles detected. System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
What the fuck is that shit? What the fuck is that?
Division down.
What is this fucking shit?
Stairs again. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Another one there. Another one. Oh, no, there's a couple more coming. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Push up. Oh, you got me. Yeah, definitely keep it in rotation, man. It's worth coming back. I'm kidding. Door, bro. Fucking my fucking server.
Yeah, feel like John Moran. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple.
Look at this dude.
What is wrong with you? I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now. Told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog. Yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk. Don't care what they say. I don't got no patience. I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it. Running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym. I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work. For them it's surely business. And I see through the face. Yeah, I just burning bridges. Feel like John Moran. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Moran, need a triple double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran, need a triple double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. So, off the back of my still OP build video, which featured the Lady Death, I was like, what's a fun, fast-paced OP build in PVE and PVP? And for me, that's Hunter's Fury. Now this build's not new, and I know there's heaps of players out there that have probably made this and probably run it better than I do. But the way I've set this one up fits both PVE and PVP content, and it's got some cracking good gameplay to back it all up. This build's full on. It's fast paced, pedal to the metal, balls to the wall kind of shit. It's got huge damage and crazy survivability, and that's why we're doing a build video. Righto, so welcome back to all you amazing subscribers, and if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, you know what to do, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. And please everyone engage with this video. A like, a share, a comment, it all helps with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Doing all this stuff is going to help the channel and our amazing community grow. And don't forget to check me out on all my other socials, including Twitch, Discord, Facebook, the works. All the links for that stuff is in the description. Righto then champions, with all that said and done, let's get into the build. 2 reds, 4 blues, no skill tiers, 1.5 million armor. This is a balance of core attributes that I find comfortable. We're going to be rocking 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, 1 Walker and Harris, and an exotic chest. For the specialization, I've gone with Gunner. We get 10% armor on kill, which goes very well with the Hunter's Fury gear set. This is definitely going to help with our survivability on the build. Every third reload is 50% faster. Gunner armor kits repair 100% of our armor, and it's going to grant us 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds. We're also going to be able to regenerate ammo every 60 seconds, not just for us, but for our whole team. And our rate of fire is increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. Now I know that some of you might like Firewall for that OP armor kit, and that's definitely an option, especially in PvP. So for the guns, it wouldn't be an OP fast-paced build without that OP gun, the Lady Death.
Can't take our freedom? That's a lie. Your freedom can always be taken. The only thing standing between you and tyranny is the barrel of your gun.
All the attributes are maxed out, and I've upgraded this one, giving us an extra 10% weapon damage. The talent's called Breathe Free. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second, or 8 stacks when sprinting, to total 32 stacks. Each round that we fire consumes a stack, amplifying our weapon damage by 75%. Kills will also grant a 20% movement speed buff for 10 seconds. This speed boost is Roadrunner quality. Now the 75% amplified damage that we get from the Lady Death is for PvE. So we're just going to quickly toggle our stats, and as you can see, now we get 60% in PvP. When using this gun, movement is key to get the most out of the talent. You need to get into the habit of moving around, especially while reloading, to regain those stacks before engaging your enemy again. For the secondary, I've gone with an M870 Express. This one's nearly maxed out, and the talent that I've got is Sadist. Sadist allows us to deal 20% damage to bleeding targets. Now this 20% damage is amplified damage. This is just what I'm using on the build. If you want to run a different secondary, go for it. And the same goes with the pistol. On this one, I've got what's pretty much a staple in PvP, it's the Orbit. Proccing this will give us an increase of crits, giving us another 40% crit hit damage on the build. Righto, now for the gear on the build. First up is the Hunter's Fury mask. We've got the 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, so we're going to be getting 15% shotgun damage and 15% SMG damage, 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill, and Apex Predator. Hostiles within 15 meters get a debuff, amplifying our weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorientates others that are nearby. This is also going to amplify our weapon damage again by a further 5%, and we can stack this 5 times. So at full procs, we're going to be getting 45% amplified damage just from our gear set alone. For our attribute rolls, I've gone with max weapon damage, 12% crit hit damage, and a 12% crit hit damage mod. For the chest piece, we've got the exotic Ridgeway's Pride.
You can tell a lot about a man by the way he bleeds. Me? I bleed for my country, and nothing else.
This one's maxed out as well, so we've got max weapon damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and a 12% crit hit damage mod. The talent's Bleeding Edge. Shooting enemies within 15 meters applies a bleed to the target. Repair 3 to 48% of your armor back per second for every enemy that's bleeding within that 15 meter range. The repair strength scales depending on the number of bleeding targets within that 15 meters. For one bleeding target, we're going to get 3% regen, and if we have 5 bleeding targets, that's 48% regen. The crazy thing about this piece that a lot of players don't realize is the bleed doesn't need to be applied by us. Say if somebody else in your team's running the ridgeways as well, or they've got a bleed hive, that's going to proc the regen for you too. As long as you're within 15 meters of that bleeding target, you're good. For the holster, it's Hunter's Fury. We've got max armor, max crit hit damage. This one's a pretty simple and easy piece to farm for. The knee pads are the third piece of Hunter's Fury, another easy one, max armor and max crit hit damage. And the gloves are the fourth piece of Hunter's Fury. We've got max armor, and I haven't optimized these yet, 10.6% crit hit damage. Now for the final piece on the build, it's my unicorn, it's the Matador. This is definitely one of the hardest and rarest pieces to find in the game, especially with these rolls. Max armor, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit chance mod. The talent's called Perfect Adrenaline Rush. Whenever we're within 10 meters of an enemy, we gain 12% bonus armor for 5 seconds. We can stack this 3 times, and it's going to refresh every 5 seconds. Now this is our PvP stats, so we can get 36% bonus armor total. On this setup, that's about 540k bonus armor, constantly refreshing. In PvE, we actually get 69%, which is over 1 million bonus armor, again, constantly refreshing. Now if you don't have a Matador backpack that looks similar to this, you could definitely use a Sokolov backpack with the regular Adrenaline Rush. Just keep in mind that you would be losing out on a little bit of bonus armor here and there, but you're also going to gain 5% weapon damage. It's completely up to you which way you want to go. I do prefer having that little bit of extra bonus armor though. So that covers the build. Now what skills do we want to use? It's pretty much like always, player preference. For both PvE and PvP, I'm loving the Defender drone. Once you've upgraded this a few times, it's got a crazy amount of damage mitigation. And for the second skill, I do swap around a bit, it just sort of depends on what I'm doing and what sort of server I'm in. But I mainly use the EMP sticky, that stagger is absolutely filthy. A bleed hive, booster hive, they all work fine as well. Righto champions, fine print time, the stat sheet. With the Lady Death, we're at 59% crit hit chance and 144.6% crit hit damage. Proc in orbit will take this up to just under 185% crit hit damage. We've got 6% damage to armor, add that to the 75% amplified damage from the Lady Death and the potential of another 45% from Hunter's Fury. This now takes us to 128% amplified damage. For the offense stats, we're at 55% all weapon damage and 45% SMG damage. And to round off the build, we're going to check out the survivability. Remember, we've got 30% armor on kill, which is basically 500k armor on kill. And when Ridgeways is fully procced, that's 720k regen per second. So that covers the build, champions. You want an OP, fast-paced run and gun build with huge damage and huge survivability for both PvE and PvP content? You got it. It's featuring the most OP gun in the game, the Lady Death, and the most OP gear set in the game, Hunter's Fury. So it's time to put the pedal to the metal and throw your balls at the wall and make this build. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at my Lady Death Hunter's Fury build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. And like always, show your content creators your support, like, share, comment, and subscribe. All this kind of stuff really does help support myself and the channel. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, and I will catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.